what's up guys, Steve back at it with another video today, and today I'm on the lovely 2016 Bonneville Bobber by Triumph. Oh man, I love this motorcycle. The reason I am on this thing today is I am doing a friend a favor just by gonna wash it, clean lube his chain, just you know, make sure that it's done, because he's super busy, and you know, being a manager of a tech firm, he's that man has put a lot of hard work into his career, and well, he unfortunately has to sit in a meeting while I get to go ride around and rip around on his motorcycle. God, I love this fucking machine. Like, this is such a good bike. And I don't know if anybody's ever done like a list of things they hate or like about this bike, but I think I'm going to go through that list. So I think today's video is going to be the 5 things I like about the Triumph Bobber and the 5 things that I hate about the Triumph Bobber. And let me tell you, there's a lot of things that there's not to like about this thing. Go ahead and roll it, drone. We'll get into it. Alright, and we are back. Alright, so the 5 things that I like about this motorcycle is obviously just the looks of this thing. Like, this motorcycle is fucking badass. Like, there's just nothing you can say that there's nothing great about this motorcycle. Just the clean lines, the clean gauge setup, like the mirrors, the seat, like, try and put a lot of work into this to make it like a modern classic, and that's what it is. So much good things about this motorcycle. The second thing I like about this is the sound. Like, that parallel twin, that 1200 parallel twin that this makes, like, it's not overly loud, but when you're next to it, it's got a great hum to it, and it's loud from other people's perspective, but when you're riding on it, like, you don't hear it. It's actually pretty nice. Like, and this is the stock system that was on the motorcycle. I think it's just a stainless steel, but man, it looks good. Looks so good. The third thing I like about this motorcycle is obviously the riding position. You're not hunched over. You've just got a 3/4 angle, or you can just like a relaxed seating position where you can just kind of enjoy it, and you know, you're not like hunched over. Your feet are kind of in a nice spot, and you know, for a decent ride, it's actually pretty good. So it's got like these nice little arches in the tank, so you can kind of get your knees in there, and you know, if you wanted to go fast, you could definitely do that. Man, it's such a good bike. The fourth thing I like about this motorcycle is the power. And it all goes from their parallel twin 1200 cc parallel twin low torque, which means it's got superb torque in the lower RPM range, just making cruising around actually relatively simple. I tell you, man, this thing is just so effortlessly easy to ride, and like, it's got a what is it? A slip assisted clutch. It's assisted slip clutch. I don't know, but it really makes just kind of like floating through gears like super easy. It is ridiculous how easy it is to shift in this thing. There's that sound of that parallel twin in this thing. I tell you, man, this thing just effortlessly glides. That is so good. Oh, I love it. I wasn't aware that you could adjust the... he's got his up here, but I kind of like it there, so you can kind of see everything. But god damn, this motorcycle's so badass. I love this machine. Seriously, though. Like, this thing shifts through gears like butter. 6,600 miles on it. God damn. And when I go back to the looks, I'm going to do a cinematic at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Just because I want to play with the gimbal, and, you know, fuck, it is so nice outside. It is such a nice day. It's perfect. Alright, and the final thing I like about this motorcycle is obviously just this, Mike. It's so simple, but it works. Like, the bar and mirrors on this thing are super fantastic. Like, you can literally see everything. You don't have to change them. Like, I think bar mirrors are so much better than just like the ones that come up and out, because you don't have the chicken wing to see anything out of these things. It's great. I also like just the simple speedometer, tachometer screen, because it really does tell you everything you need to know. Because you got your analog gauge from your miles per hour, but if you head over to the info button here, it'll tell you your current mileage, your trip odometer. It's got 82. I don't know if that's your instant miles per gallon. Trip A and trip B, I believe. It'll tell you how many miles you got till the tank is empty, and on this one it's 64 miles. It's got your digital fuel gauge, and I think and it's kind of nice to have a fuel gauge. It blows me away. There's these really expensive like sport bikes that have these nice TFT screens in them. The Aprilia Tuono factory, I know the R1, I think the MT10. I don't know if the MT10, but I know the R1 and the Tuono factory don't have fuel gauges in them. And I feel like, with a nice big screen like that, you should be able to, incorporate a fuel indicator on that instead of just the fuel light. So that kind of is like super shitty. But I'm like, it is what it is. Maybe it's just not needed. But just the price of some of the other expensive motorcycles, I feel like you should have a fuel indicator, and it blows me away that it doesn't. Also on this motorcycle, let's go back to that, and it also has the RPMs in here too, which is nice. So right now I'm currently at like 3,500 RPMs. It's got a gear indicator right here. Right now I'm currently in third. Switch over to fourth. Just got super easy to do, and it's great. And this one has the factory heated grips from Triumph, which is this button right here, and you press it, and it'll tell you the setting right here on your LCD screen, which is awesome. So right now it's on low, and it goes to high, and it's off. So it just got the two modes. And just another thing I like about Triumph, like their build quality on this thing is just like superb. Like everything just feels pretty solid. Like nothing feels cheap on this motorcycle, and it's just such a good bike to go out and ride. Man, those spoked wheels, I tell you, I think those things look so good. I'm super excited to do some cinematic footage with this. Like I said, I got my gimbal, and I just kind of been wanting to play with it for a while. I've been wanting to do another cinematic video on this thing, because I haven't really had much of a chance to. Did I turn those off? Nope, I did turn those. No, they're wrong, because I start filling them through this gloves. And these heated groups are so awesome. These things work so good. And it's just great that it has just a nice integrated button instead of like flipping through the dash screen to find everything. And it also has this button over here, which will change. This is the mode button, which will change from, I believe this one only has two. It has road and rain. I think the rain mode just shuts. I think it just dumps down the power and lowers the torque, so you're not like having all this power when it's wet outside. I don't know if he's ever used it. Honestly, I don't think I would. That's one of the things I like about the FC07 is having there's just like no modes button. Don't get me wrong, I think modes would be like super fun for different aspects, but for this being such a simple motorcycle, like it's pretty goddamn awesome. So that's going to end this video for the 5 things I like about this motorcycle. I'm going to go ahead and tune in probably the next couple of videos or something, the 5 things I hate about this motorcycle. So stay tuned for that. As always, guys, I'm Steve. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and give it a thumbs up. It really does help. I'm pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe, I don't know. Like last time I checked, it was like 78 or 880, something like that. So, it's what it is. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to browse the channel for any other videos that may interest you. I'm Steve on the Bonneville Boffer. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.